So CUSACK, he got a Holy Relic, and you know, I've been kind of a bit critical of it because I think it's kind of a one-trick pony, but I think we should run him in more teams than just demons. And I was thinking, wow, where can I run him? And I know I just said we're not going to be running him on demons, but come on, CUSACK has to be run with like Esteros. All right, like come on, I have to. I was gonna just run sorry. I was gonna run CUSACK, KYO, and Monspeed, because that's what people ran back in the day when CUSACK became a little bit, you know, a little bit good, a little bit usable. Because Monspeed has like two single targets that are basically guaranteed not to crit, and with the ignites from KYO, he actually can do like pretty serious damage. But also, I was also thinking like, I don't know if Monspeed can really keep up anymore these days. I really wish they would go back and like buff characters, but it is what it is. So CUSACK, I kind of like this relic. I've been saying that I am not too hot on it. I think that comparatively to the other relics we've got, no, it's not the greatest thing ever. Like I think, you know, Chandler's and even Zeldris's are probably better than CUSACK's, but it's still pretty good. It makes him hit pretty hard, and especially against, you know, REINHARD teams, which are very common. It can be pretty nice having it. Couldn't face one first match, but it's okay. Only problem with CUSACK is he just doesn't blend well with the demon team, you know? We've been talking about how it's really good for like Esteros and stuff to have like AoE characters, right? Characters that will apply darkness to multiple enemies are like very good for Esteros. And that's just simply not what CUSACK has, right? Single targets. And unfortunately, I think that the way they designed his relic was like thinking, oh, Rimuru's relic gives him 80% pierce. So if we just give CUSACK 80% crit damage, that's like the same thing, right? And it's not. It's really not. Although I do think his damage is pretty good. Like, we haven't seen the most damage because, again, I'm not applying the most darkness. We don't have a demon that has an AoE. So applying darkness hasn't been... Maybe I should have actually run... Maybe I should have actually run the Monspeed. I want to do it, but then I'm like, okay, next match... Because this match we faced a freaking Esterosa, right? Next match we probably will face, like, Bond. And then my green character is going to suffer. But, okay, to explain why it is not the same thing to run, you know, 80% crit damage over Rimuru's 80% pierce, is that 80% pierce, although pierce isn't like the greatest stat in the world these days, it gets tripled first off, but it also is relevant to his AoE card and his ultimate. For CUSACK, 80% crit damage is completely irrelevant to his other cards. Like his ultimate and his other card, his takeoff ultimate gauge card, aren't gonna crit because, you know, they gave him no crit chance because he has a cleave card. His other cards aren't ever going to crit, so having having crit damage in those other cards is completely irrelevant. Okay, let's actually swap this. I'm gonna put Green Sourel on Esterosa, just in case KYO dies, because I want to max out green. I'm doing like this, by the way, because you know, KYO increases our damage, and that was my whole idea. His damage was pretty good there, honestly. I mean, it wasn't the greatest. He's aged. He really has. And if he doesn't face a REINHARD, he doesn't really look impressive. And I think for how like expensive his relic is, I think for most players, it might be worth skipping this one over skipping like like if you can make a demon relic, bro, Chandler's relic is so good. Zeldris's relic is phenomenal. Like just having it is so good. I think especially. I was gonna say especially Zeldris, but both are like so versatile. Like Chandler has actually many teams. You don't have to run him on demons. You kind of want to because it is very good. Do you have Tormund on him by any chance? No? Okay. But you can just run Chandler on like other teams as well. And so does Zeldris. Zeldris is like very common on other teams as well. Okay, that's pretty good. For like the amount of health that he has, it's pretty good. And now we face the demons again. I could have be bringing goddamn Monspeed. But yeah, the crit damage unfortunately doesn't really help with the other cards. So kind of a lazy relic. It's good on paper. I mean, even in practice it's kind of decent, but like compared to like the other demon relics we've got, it's not the most inspiring. Like the green Zeldris relic is so good that it really makes you question if it's worth running the new Zeldris over running the old one with the relic, because you know, every single time they attack me, they lose 10% attack related stats, which is huge. I was gonna check their attack stats, but I can't. Let's go for you. This is gonna be actually pretty good. Lots of ignites. Level 2. His damage can look impressive, I'm telling you. That's why we're in KYO, by the way, over... I don't know. I was gonna run Merlin. My idea was to run Merlin, CUSACK, and Estarossa, so that I can like debuff and stuff, but I was thinking, well, I only have single targets, other than Merlin, right? If I only really run single target cards, I sure hope they die by the 4th card, so I don't need to debuff them, right? So KYO for damage. Oh, I wish I had level 3. It would look pretty impressive. Yeah, look at that one shot. Again, he can look impressive. But I do wonder, are we gonna get a new CUSACK? Like, next week? We could. I need to check when we got Chandler's Relic. But you know, we got Chandler's Relic, and then we got a new Chandler. We got Zeldris' Relic, and then we got a new Zeldris, right? I do wonder if we're gonna get a new CUSACK. I've been thinking about it. And if they do drop a new CUSACK, I mean, so long as it's like Chandler, right? Like an SSR ticket character, I think that's fine. They could drop a new CUSACK. Like a you know, demon version. I hate saying like that, but complete version of CUSACK. I think people would be okay with it. Oh. Can we kill here? That'd be pretty nice. No 4 ignites on him, but I think CUSACK's gonna... Yeah, there's no like added damage from CUSACK's passive on our boy Estarossa, unfortunately. Like, obviously, I could actually run like green Zeldris in the front if I really want to, like, I don't know, use the cleave to my advantage, but like... if I was to run like Estarossa... No, Estarossa. Why am I so fixated with Estarossa? I just really like him, but... CUSACK, Zeldris, and KYO, then I wouldn't have Darkness. Darkness is pretty good. In combat, like Darkness plus the Ignites is like damage plus damage increase. It's a pretty good combo, right? Plus increasing attack as well. I think he survives, yeah. If he had AoE'd with Lilia, I would be a little scared, but... I kind of want to kill him. Damn it. I kind of wanted to kill Rimuru, because I have blue units, but... he has, like, Tarmiel Link. I think it's best to just, like, remove 1 turn from him. I think he gets the buff now? No, he didn't remove any, buffs from me. KYO, what is this? I mean, okay, KYO's red. So it's actually not bad. He's gonna KYO, it's fine. We do lose Darkness, so we lose the stab buffing, but it's okay. CUSACK survives. CUSACK, I don't recall on his... I never recall on the characters I don't really use that much, like what their stats look like. Does he have good... 90% crew resistance, okay. So Zeldris here is going to have the added damage based on HP, extra HP, which Rimuru does have added HP, so because he has his own passive and stuff. Okay, maybe we can kill here. So close, so close. If I had like 1 CUSACK card, or maybe if I had double single targeted with KYO. I just went for the Level 2 instead. Maybe I should have double single target with KYO. Maybe I would have killed, but I'm not sure. Tarmiel Link beat Tarmiel Link, you know? Tarmiel Link beat Tarmiel Linking. Maybe KYO can kill here? I'm disabled, so I'm not gonna debuff, but he has damage reduction. Tarmiel Link, no! Goddamn Tarmiel Link. It isn't one of those ones where like having AoEs for the demon team is so good because, you know, not directly, but, you know, being able to apply darkness to all of the enemies would have come a long way on that match. Surely. It would have come a long way just on the basis of increasing my stats and stuff like that. And like chipping down at all the enemies at once, right? Which is a big no for CUSACK, unfortunately. Yeah, when it comes to facing mono red though, 358k turn 1 looks pretty good, doesn't it? It looks pretty good. Now the one thing I don't know, maybe I should pay attention next attack. When let's say Astarosa attacks, he hits multiple times, right? And like a bunch of those times don't crit. Do the times that don't crit still increase damage? Let's see here. The difference in damage of the crits and the non-crits here on Arthur. Because now I haven't really used CUSACK in a long time, so I haven't really been, you know, keeping up with his passive. Because back in the day, the only characters you'd run with CUSACK were like Assault Meliodas and like CUSACK, or like, you know, obviously KYO as well. Or not KYO. Yeah, it does hit a little bit harder. The crit did 25k. The non-crits did 31k. Okay, that's very interesting, actually. That's very interesting. You'd run like, you know, Monspeed. Oh, I really hope they make a new Monspeed. Monspeed deserves like the into the form. Monspeed and Derriere. We've been talking about this for years now. Years. Still waiting. Alright, CUSACK should hit my boy pretty hard here because his stats are not the best. Apply one more darkness, hopefully it doesn't kill. Yep. About the same. It's all about the added HP, right? Even though technically Twigo's stats are worse than Reinhard's, because Cleave doesn't really care about... I don't think Cleave cares about crit defense, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I don't think he cares about crit defense, right? It was all about that added HP. And simply put, see, the ultimate didn't crit, so like the relic has no effect on that ultimate whatsoever, because the ultimate doesn't have Cleave, you know? That's what I was talking about, like, it's not the same as Rimuru. Like, Rimuru... I still think Rimuru's relic could have maybe given him like a second effect, but Rimuru's relic, just knowing what Rimuru does by himself is like pretty OP, right? CUSACK's needed like a little bit of an edge. Like it should be like 80% crit damage and give him crit chance as well. So that he can crit on his ultimate and his other card, and then maybe people would actually like run him competitively. Because I've faced people using CUSACK in top 100. And I'll tell you, I won every time. I won every time. I was using my own demon team with Chandler and Trader Meliodas, and I was washing the CUSACKs. It is what it is, you know? CUSACK, if he doesn't face a mono red team, he doesn't do the best. Which is why I'm making this entire video to tell you that I don't recommend CUSACK's relic. If you're, you know, a normal player and not buying like the relic packs every month and stuff like that, and you're just gonna wait to see what's coming next. But I think next, you know, the demons coming up next are pretty exciting. We have like, you know, the Meliodases, we have the other like commandments. They could all get really, I mean, for most of those, being very honest, right? A relic is not enough. Especially the coin shop type commandments, they need much more than just a relic. They need like a stat buff, right? But like, I don't know, even Lost Vein Meliodas. Lost Vein Meliodas could get such a good relic. that would actually make him relevant again, because his stats are not bad to this day, because most fast levels have really good stats. Aside from his terrible crew resistance, which is on purpose, right? He has like still pretty good stats, considering he released in 2020. Like assault melee, lost vein melee. They're prime candidates for holy relics, especially lost vein. If lost vein gets a good relic, that'll be hype. I kind of actually wanted to see the effect go off, but Estor's level 3 looks so good, and you barely get to see it because you don't run him with rank ups, right? You never really run this boy with rank ups. That's it though.